a powerful army of reptilian enslavers came upon the earth, dispatched from the very depths of the underworld for one purpose: total planetary control.
All resources and the species that dwell upon the earth to be seized. This unstoppable force of advanced alien beings has been given many different names. In the Sumerian tablets, they are called by the name Anunnaki, the great sons of Anu, the god of the sun and sky, the Shining One. In the Bible, the Book of Genesis named them the Nephilim, then the Book of Enoch, where they are the angels, the Watchers. Many historians and scholars agree that the ancient Sumerian texts were the basis for the Old Testament. These stories are all one and the same, documented and changed into many variations throughout the ages, the most recent of which is the biblical account of God, or Elohim, as the latest representation for Anu, the earliest known god of the sun and sky. His angels are in fact Anu's sons and his entourage. Over many generations, much knowledge has been lost, rewritten and changed. Yet we do know they conquered the earth and enslaved all of its inhabitants, forcing human beings to build huge structures that could be seen from the skies. They sinned against the women of the earth, creating bastard offspring of unwanted and abnormally large children, referred to as giants.
In the Bible, this race of giants are called the Anakim. They are mentioned in the conquest of Canaan by the Israelites. According to the Book of Numbers, Anak was a forefather of the Anakim. The Bible describes them as very tall descendants of the Nephilim, the daughters of men and sons of gods, and also fallen ones who existed before the deluge. Anakim means sons of Anak. The people of Anak are the most frequently mentioned of the giant or Rephaim class in the Bible. Remarkably, so tall and formidable were these sons of Anak that their name and reputation became a byword in Israel. The quote was, "Who can stand before the sons of Anak?" The Anakim, or also called Rephaim race, are where the legendary Goliath traces back to. We often find parallels between accounts from various ancient sources, and the Anunnaki are no exception. In the Book of Enoch, where they are mentioned by the name of angels, watchers, and of course the Nephilim. There are many similarities between the Sumerian tablets and the Bible. The story of Cain and Abel, the story of David and Bathsheba, also the story of Noah.
Where did they come from?
The term Anunnaki has been translated in various forms and is the source of much controversy. Renowned author Zecharia Sitchin claims he has translated them as "those from heaven came." Many scholars claim their interpretation is "those of royal blood" or "those of princely offspring." This brings us nicely to the recently coined planet Nibiru. Again, using ancient Sumerian carvings, Sitchin translated some exciting hidden knowledge. Knowledge that challenges us to rethink our past. The Sumerians were said to have learned astrology from the Anunnaki, and this afforded them an in-depth knowledge of our solar system. They did in fact manage to observe and document Venus as well as Saturn. Ancient carvings in the stone tablets show the various planets, and most incredibly they depicted the 10th planet. The 10th planet being a very large planet called Nibiru, originally the Anunnaki's home planet. From studying these texts, controversially, Sitchin translated the legend that this planet actually orbits the Sun every 3,600 Earth years, and in doing so, it comes fairly close to our Earth. Travelling on a huge elliptical orbit, this giant crusader loops into outer space, far out into our solar system, to eventually, after 3,600 years, circle back. This returning planet would cause all kinds of problems for us: earthquakes, tidal waves, volcanic activity, probably many more unforeseen effects due to its mass, density and eventual closeness to our planet. When you consider our small moon, 1/6 of our planet's size, can affect our tides so easily, imagine what mayhem a huge, giant planet could cause should it manage to pass close to us. On the 30th of December in 1983, the Washington Post had a front page headline that actually read, "A heavenly body as large as the giant planet Jupiter, and possibly so close to Earth that it would be part of this solar system, has been found in the direction of the constellation Orion by an orbiting telescope aboard the IRAS. So mysterious is the object that astronomers do not know what it is." NASA have also recently conceded that there could very well be a large hidden planet out there, purely due to the gravitational effects they've been observing in our solar system. We do know that recently our modern astronomers have detected a 10th planet, larger than Pluto and nearly 4 times farther from the Sun as Pluto is today. Is this actually Nibiru? It is temporarily called 2003 UB313. The new planet is the most distant object yet seen in the solar system, 97 times farther from the Sun than the Earth is. Whatever you choose to believe, the controversial premise states that the Anunnaki came from the planet Nibiru, which orbits our own Sun on a massive long elliptical orbit, and when it gets close to us, the Anunnaki take the opportunity to planet hop. When we consider the question, why did they come, we need to revisit the first tablet of Lord Enki. Here, we will briefly cover some of the main facts of the Sumerian translations so we can see the story as it unfolded in the ancient past. Chapter 1.1, this tablet explains a nuclear war on Earth between the Anunnaki and the current inhabitants. It speaks of an evil wind that looks to be radioactive and kills everything in its path, resetting the Earth, preparing it for a new chapter. Chapter 1.2, this covers the Anunnaki's home planet Nibiru. Wars are described, as are seemingly nuclear battles, with eventual peace and a kingship established. Chapter 1.4 explains how their planet was losing its atmosphere, how they needed to find a way to shield it for the era of the passing of the Sun. The plan is to create a shield, although this decision was not established before the killing of a king. As the fable explains, brother kills brother, reminiscent of the biblical story Cain and Abel in the Book of Genesis. Chapters 1.5 to 3.2 cover an incredible tale of how the new king tries to heal Nibiru by using atomic weapons in volcanoes. Seems he was trying to pollute the atmosphere with smoke and dust to partially block out the effects of the Sun. However, this does not work. This opens the opportunity for a power struggle. The old king is forced to flee Nibiru in a spaceship and eventually land on then an icy planet, our Earth. Once on Earth, the king realizes there is usable air, and he marvels at the fruit and the fishes, and he sees it is good, And finally, he finds traces of the salvation needed to heal Nibiru. He finds traces of gold.